Good morning. We are in Belknap, Illinois, and we are on the Tunnelhill State Trail. I'm here with my wife and the bikes. And we're planning on riding north on the Tunnelhill State Trail, maybe as much as half of it and back, which would make it a 45 mile ride. I'm not sure that we'll do all of it. I'm going to give you a few facts in case you're thinking about coming here. First off, the road surface has been awesome. We've traveled about 3 miles on it so far, so we've got a long way to go. But this road surface, I'm sure it's got a little more roll resistance than asphalt, but we haven't even found really any pockets where it's been deep and has bogged us down or anything. It's been really flat, pretty straight actually so far. I will tell you this, I think this is pretty important, and that is that we were planning on parking at the Cache Wetlands Center and then riding from there, because that's really officially where the trail starts. But the Cache Wetlands Center is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and although it was on a website, I think that it said that it was closed. I didn't necessarily think that that meant that we couldn't park there, but it's gated and we could not park there. So therefore we had to start our ride in Karnak, which there's a nice little park and a place to park your car in Karnak. So it was all awesome, but we did miss the first 2.5 miles of the trail because we weren't able to park at the Wetlands Center. Okay, a little more information about the Tunnelhill Trail. Nancy and I have biked almost 10 miles now, about 9.5, and I don't consider myself to be in great shape, so if you're wondering if you can do this, I would say that you probably can. 9.5 miles, and we intend to continue on for a while. The only thing that I would say about this trail is, if you want to bring your kids on it, I certainly wouldn't recommend training wheels on this gravelly surface. And if you've got a really dedicated street bike with really skinny, hard tires, you know, at 80 pounds plus of pressure, may not be the best thing here. But even a recumbent trike, as long as it didn't have the really hard, skinny wheels, I think would be fine on this surface. It's also at least 93 degrees. I say at least, that's what the weatherman said, is that it would be 93, and I think it's every bit of that. Wow, it's been pretty hot. The landscape here even reminds me a little bit of Louisiana, but I'm sure it's not nearly as humid as Louisiana would be. I would say that this trail so far has been about 70% in the shade, which has made it nice. We're at a major crossroads. The road that way goes to Vienna. There's a really great park here. There's bathrooms, pavilions, picnic tables, and there's a water fountain and a great place to fill up your water bottles and cool off a little bit right here. So we're at about 10 miles north of Karnak, still headed north. Well, there is the tunnel for which the Tunnelhill Trail is named. And it's actually longer than it looks. You're in there longer than you think you're going to be. But this, just north of the Tunnelhill Trail, is 20 miles for us. So this is our turnaround point. It's going to be a 40-mile day, which we're pretty proud of. I don't think Nancy's ever ridden 20 miles that I know of, and it's been a while since I have. And we still got 20 to go. Only about 5 miles until we complete our 40 miles. There was a deer right up there. I don't know if you saw him. 5 miles to go, and I've got to tell you, the trip back has been quite a bit easier than the trip up. It looks like we're going to make the trip back in about 3 hours. It took us 4 hours and 40 minutes to make the trip up. So that's quite a big difference. Another deer. I think I've counted about 18 deer, since we've been on this 40-mile ride, and that means that the deer have outnumbered the humans that we've seen on the trail by more than 4 to 1. Hi. Well, they're not in a pear tree, but I'm pretty sure those are partridges. See the deer? I've been trying to capture those deers on video all day. And here we are, back to our car. It's been a great ride. I'm glad it wasn't any longer. Let's see if I can show this. Almost 41 miles. Hey Nancy Ann, how you doing?
Okay.
Do you feel accomplished?
Sure.
Well, you should feel accomplished.
Well, I know, yes, we did a big thing for us. We should have picked a day that wasn't as hot as it was today, but we did it.